Hey friends, it's Jeff Short with Chauvet DJ here with my friend, Senior Product Manager Alan Reese, and we're here today to talk to you about this new light, the Intimidator Spot 355 IRC, which really isn't that new when you take a look at it, and that's what we're here to talk about today because it's replacing an industry favorite, the Intimidator Spot LED 350. So we're going to talk a little bit about the differences and kind of introduce you to this new powerhouse and what's sure to be your new favorite as well. Alan, welcome, and thank you for joining me. Tell us a little bit about the differences. First, I can see it's an equal opportunity light. It comes in black and white. For sure. Which a lot of people might not know. But what are the other main differences between the old 350, which isn't that old, and the new 355 IRC?
Well, the new model is two main differences. Right off the bat, you have a 90-watt LED compared to a 75-watt LED. And then on the base, you have a full-color display compared to a 4-digit LED display.
Now, the Intimidator Spot LED 350 has been an industry standard, a favorite among lighting designers and entertainers for a very long time. Why is that, and why did we want to replace it with the Spot 355 IRC now?
Well, for two main reasons. One, it's value-oriented. For what you're paying for it, it is packed with features. And then the second main reason is that it's trustworthy. When you put it out on a gig, you know it's going to work.
Well, let's get a little bit into the bones of this thing and kind of describe for viewers what the differences are and remind people who are already familiar with the 350 what also exists in this new 355, starting with totem mode. What is that?
Totem mode is a way to keep the light on or over the dance floor. A lot of times you'll put the light into sound active or auto program mode, no problem. But what happens there is the light will spin 360 degrees. It will shoot behind the DJ, behind the band, to the side, places where you don't want the light. When you activate totem mode, it will limit the pan and tilt restriction and keep it on or over the dance floor. So you don't have to worry about if you're using auto, sound, or even DMX. What's going to happen is the fixture will automatically recalculate the pan and tilt parameters and keep it right where you want it.
The other thing that I know is a great feature is the ability to actually set and store a scene. What are those capabilities?
Yeah, sure. Actually, we're demonstrating that right now in the video. There's no DMX cables plugged in, and we have the light focused up here. And the purpose of that is so that if you wanted to put a custom gobo inside and maybe shoot that as a monogram up on the wall, a powerful 90-watt LED behind here, and it can shoot that thing across the gym, and you have a custom gobo projector. And if you don't want to use the display, let's say it's up on a totem and you wanted to access this manual mode, you could also use the wireless IRC6 remote.
A major improvement over the previous edition, which was not IRC compatible.
Correct.
Speaking of gobos, is it easy to access those gobos and change them?
Super easy. I get that question all the time. On the top of the head, there's a door. You simply open the door. You have access to the gobos. You pull the gobo out, put the new gobo back in, put the cover back on, and your new gobo is in the fixture.
One of the great features of the Intimidator Spot LED 350 was the three-facet prism. Does that exist here in the new model?
Absolutely. Exactly the same prism that everyone knows and loves.
What does that allow you to do? What does that look like? What is that all about?
So it takes your single beam, whether it's an open beam or one with a gobo in it, and basically splits it into three. And then because this fixture here has the rotating gobo capability, you then have three gobos that are rotating in the same direction. But then when you apply the prism on top of that, the prism itself will rotate either in the same direction or the opposite direction in which the gobo is rotating. So your effects are just multiplied.
And when we're talking about prisms and focus, this also has zoom capabilities manually.
Yeah.
What's that about?
That's actually a feature that not many people realize they're buying when they buy this product. Right here in the front of the fixture, there is a manual zoom lens, and it actually decreases or increases the beam up to 5 degrees. So if you're in let's say a school gymnasium and you need the light beam to shoot all the way across, it's a far distance, you're going to want to unscrew this a little bit, tighten up that beam so that what's going to happen is all of that light energy is focused and it will shoot much farther all the way down the gym.
Finally, I know one of the questions that we get a lot is how do these things connect in terms of power, in terms of daisy chaining them together? Do they communicate? How can these things be connected?
Well, you have for power, you have power in and you have power out, so you can easily daisy chain the power. You also obviously are going to have DMX in and DMX out. That's how you get the signal across the lights. But what most people don't also understand with this new fixture here with the 355 and this full color display, you have the advanced master-slave programming. And what I mean by that is you'll set the first one to master, so whether that's going to be auto or sound. And then let's say you had 3 more units here. You would set the second one to slave number 2, the third one to slave number 3, and the fourth one to slave number 4. And what that's going to do is allow the master to control all 4 heads. But when you're in a typical master-slave mode, all the lights do the same thing at the same time. Not anymore. With these particular models and others in the Intimidator line that have the full color display, what will happen here is you're going to get an advanced master-slave show. And what's going to happen is the heads will actually bounce back and forth. The heads will cross and pan into each other, and sometimes they'll do the same thing. So it's a way to get a really professional-looking show without programming anything, and it's all built in.
And without the professional price involved
For sure.
well.
Yes, exactly.
Alan, this has been great information, and I'm sure a lot of people out there appreciate it too, because again, this is an industry favorite, and this new version people are going to love even more.
Yep.
So thank you very much for your time, and
pleasure.
thank you for watching. As always, I'm Jeff Short with Chauvet DJ. We'll see you next time.